Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and in this video we are going to be wrapping up the month of July, taking a look at all the dividends and options we were in for the month here. I know we're already a little over a week into August, but we haven't put this one out, so let's go ahead and put a bow on July. First up, we will look at all the dividends received. We started receiving dividends on Wednesday, July 2nd. VTI, this is one of our ETFs here, paid us $75.48. Ticker VTI is the total United States stock market. HPQ, Hewlett Packard here, paid us $132.44. Ticker HPQ is one that I did sell out of this month. If you haven't seen that video, go check out, I think it was 2 weeks ago, my portfolio update video. I covered that sale along with a couple others. So that will be the last month, unless we add it in back into the portfolio in the future. That will be the last month for payouts for HPQ. Lam Research, ticker LRCX, paid us on Wednesday, July 9th, $62.57. Vici Properties, ticker VICI. This is out of the real estate sector. The LRCX Lam Research was out of the information technology sector. Same with HPQ. And again, VTI was an ETF. Vici paid us $143.72. Occidental Petroleum, ticker OXY, out of the energy sector, paid us $59.34. LenB is a relatively new position in the portfolio. I think this is our second payment. Lennar is a home builder out of the, I believe, out of the industrial sector here. They paid us $52. Comcast Corporation on the 23rd paid us $107, ticker CMCSA. I've been adding to this one this month and will continue to do so while it's well below my cost basis. I think my cost basis is in the $38, $39 range. It has been floating between around $31 to $33. So I'm going to try to bring down my cost basis while this one is pulled back. And Cisco, ticker SYY, out of the consumer staple sector, paid us $83.50. Total dividends for the month of July, $716.05. Now you can see the breakdowns by month here, color coded, so you can see whenever the different positions pay out. So January pays out again in April, pays out again in July, which is the month that we just left, pays out again one more time in October. Same thing, February payments will be the same companies as in May, August, and November, and then March will be the same as June, September, and December. So May's payment of $1,211.61. We'll see how much that went up as we exit August here. Total dividends received for the year, $6,973.03. All right, and the options in July, not a great month. We were on vacation for a little bit, so we didn't run options that week. And really, for the last couple of weeks, I have not been focused on options at all. So I've not been really active in the options market. But we did get one on Kroger back on the 7th here. $14.46 is what we received for that one contract. We're going to try to get a little more active in the options market here this week and going forward in August. But again, July, not a great month, $14.46. Nothing to really write home about, but it is a little bit of extra capital for the portfolio. Here again, we have all of the months of options. Not a great year so far. July at least wasn't the worst month. January being the worst month down here at $9.45. But if you total it all up, we have received $760.65 in options for the year. So it does add a significant amount to the portfolio in additional capital. July cash flow, options, and dividends received $730.51. Total dividends to date, we already saw that, $6,973.03. Total options, same thing, $760.65, which makes the total cash flow for the year with dividends and options $7,733.68. Now here you can see the year-over-year decrease. Actually, it's not an increase for the month of July. The right there, $716.05 we received actually was a decrease from last July of $780.17. Now, part of that is actually some reallocation in the portfolio. We have done that recently, but really, usually SCHD and VTI pay out in the same month. For whatever reason, SCHD actually paid out in June and VTI actually paid out, as we saw, in July. So I'm not sure what the difference was this month or the last couple months of how that payout was, but they did shift a little bit for their payment. So that is part of it. So we didn't have the SCHD payment here in July that we had earlier in the year, but it is a 8.95% decrease year over year from what we saw last year. And this is, I believe, only the second time, yep, right there, back in June here of 2023, we also saw a decrease. So it does happen from time to time, not very often, but this one was a decrease of 8.95% year over year. Most of the time, we are seeing these nice, steady stair step up, continual growth year over year, month over month. So hopefully we're back on track in August where we see an increase. But I did want to show, like I said, second time in the portfolio over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years almost that we've had the portfolio that we have seen a year over year decrease in monthly income. Not a big decrease, but a decrease nonetheless. So we want to be transparent here and show you that sometimes that does indeed happen. And that really, when I went back and tried to figure out what was going on there, yes, there has been some reallocation of funds and shifting out of positions, selling out of some, adding a couple new ones. But that was not really the driver here. SCHD paying in June versus July was really the driver of this drop month over month. And I guess that does happen from time to time where they pay out. I think they paid out on the 30th, SCHD did. And then, like I said, VTI paid right out there in the beginning of the month of July. So they just shifted around their payment, and that does account for that decrease there. But we're on to August, so hopefully we'll see an increase over the $1,074.21 we saw last year in August. Well, that is really it for this one. Again, I know we're already a little over a week into August, so I wanted to wrap up July's dividends and options received so you could see the progress overall in the portfolio. Let me know what's going on in your portfolio. We are still bouncing around all-time highs in the overall market. Obviously, there are still some positions that are pulled back. UNH I've been adding to. It is pulled back even below my cost basis where I was adding it. Several others. You can check out my stocks that I'm focused on buying for August video. If you haven't seen that one, I cover the companies that I am going to be looking at, and UNH is one of those. So there is still, in my opinion, some undervalued positions in the market, and that's really what it is. It's a stock market, right? It's a market of stocks. So there's all kinds of different companies. So even though the overall market is really bouncing off all-time highs, that does not mean there is not value and there is not opportunities in the market itself in individual positions. Well, as always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the vested interest community. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what was going on in your portfolio for the month of July or for this last week here. Did you receive any dividends? Were you in any options? Did you add any new positions, sell out of any positions? What's going on in your portfolio and in your investing journey? Go ahead and drop in the comment section. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I am always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you tomorrow in our portfolio update video. You'll see what I added to this week, any options I was in, any dividends that I received. I will cover all that tomorrow morning, so join back in for that video. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. You can lose money. You should never invest any amount you are not comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice and counsel of a certified financial advisor. Thank you to those who watched the video to the end. Watch time is one of the metrics that the YouTube algorithm looks at. Go ahead and share this video with anyone you think that might find value, and we'll see you tomorrow for our portfolio update.